Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today's video is going to be ranking every single Total Drama Island contestant's chances of surviving the Squid Games. And I know it's a bit of a random kind of thing because it's not my style, but I've watched the Squid Games. I like the Squid Game. Season 3 is coming out soon, so I thought it'd be an appropriate thing to do. I know other people have done it. I don't remember their names, but I'm just trying it myself and seeing what I think. Okay, let's just get straight into it. Number 1, Owen. Now, I don't think Owen has a high chance. His best game, if I had to pick one, would probably be Tug of War, because obviously he's very big and he'll be able to hold his team down. His worst game by far, Honeycomb. He's got no chance in Honeycomb because you just eat the cookie. If I had to give him a chance, if he gets past Honeycomb, I'd give him upwards of maybe like 40, but I don't think he will, so I'll put him at 10%. Noah, I don't think Noah would be that bad. Noah's weakness is definitely going to be tug of war, but if he's in the same team as Owen, it's possible he survives that one. I think his best one could be any of marbles, glass panels, and red light, green light. Honestly, if he gets past the tug of war, I think he's got a decent shot. I'll put him in 40%. Lindsay is going to very obviously be our first 0%. I don't think there's any chance. She was probably going to die on red light, green light. Probably one of the only people to die or first. No, her strength, she probably wouldn't even have one if I'm 100% honest. She'd break the cookie. She'd probably lose tug of war. She'd probably be manipulated in marbles and she'd probably go on the wrong stepping stone and glass stepping stones. So Lindsay gets a 0% chance. I'm actually going to move on up to 20 if that's the case, though. Sierra, I don't know if she's got a great shot. She is very strong, which is a positive. Her best one would probably be Tug of War. I don't think she's got a bad shot, but I don't think she's going to win. Her worst one might honestly be Red Light, Green Light, just due to the fact that she might be trying to get as close to Cody as possible, and that might get herself killed. I'll put her at a 30% chance, just below Noah. I'm actually going to move Owen down again. Trent, he's our first actual competitor. I think he'll be all rounded at pretty much everything. His best one, I would say, would probably be red light, green light. His worst, maybe marbles if he's playing against Gwen, or at least action Trent. If that doesn't happen and Gwen is not on his team or isn't with him at this point, I think his chances are high. I'll honestly put Trent's chances at 70%. Tyler, another person which is pretty much in the 0 to 10% range, he's probably also going to go out in red light, green light. I think he actually does survive red light, green light, but in every other game, I think he does lose. I don't think he's going to be able to carve out his shape. Yeah, I'll put him at 0%, but ahead of Lindsay. Katie and Sadie, we can kind of put them together. They're also going to be in this group. I think they will do worse than Lindsay will, and so these are probably going to be the only 0%ers. Justin, I think, will manage the red light, green light. That will probably be his best game because he's not as stupid as the rest of them to not even follow the rules. I think he'd be pretty good at marbles if he's against one of these people here. He'd have a good chance of manipulating them and winning. If I had to put his chances, I put it at 20%. A lot of things would have to go right in order for him to win. Lashana, another big competitor, I think. She's going to be much higher than Trent, I believe. She'll be really good at red light, green light, really good at tug of war, really good at marbles. I think she'll be able to carve out her shape, and I think she'll do well on the glass stepping stones. I'll put Lashana at a 90%. Now, here's the person I'm going to put at 100%. Izzy, just because of the amazing factors she has and the feats she's accomplished, is going into 100%. I think she'll be able to ace all of these just due to the fact she's a secret genius, and it wouldn't be too difficult for her. Izzy is most likely going to be the only 100%, but we'll have to see. All right, Heather, another high one. She'll be very good at red light, green light. Very good at tug of war, I think. I think she'll be able to get herself in a good group of people, be able to manipulate people in marbles, and would be decent at glass stepping stones, making people go in front of her. If she is a high number, she won't need to do that though. I think her chances are high, probably actually higher than Trent's. I'll put her at 80%. Harold, again, not as big as competitive as the others that I've just gone over, but I think he'd be good at red light, green light. Tug of war will be his weakness, I feel. Marbles, he'll be decent as long as he doesn't get Lashana, because I feel like he's definitely the type of person to sacrifice himself. Honeycomb, he'll complete, and I think he'll have some strategy for glass stepping stones. I'll put Harold's chances at 60%. Gwen, another tough opponent, should be good at red light, green light, good at tug of war. Marbles, I think that she and Trent, she would be the one that survives over Trent, just due to the fact that I think she's smarter than him. I think if I had to rank Gwen, she'd be same tier as Heather, 80%. Jeff, I don't think he's got a brilliant shot. He'll be good at some of the games, but bad at others. Good at, realistically, he'll be good at, I think, glass stepping stones and marbles. Don't think he's going to be surviving red light, green light, or honeycomb, though. So I'll put him in a 30% chance. I'm actually going to move Sierra up to 40. No, I'll move her up to 50 actually. Ezekiel, probably going to be our last of the 0%ers. He is going to be at the very bottom. He will most likely get mixed up, and when they say red light, he'll think it's green light and he gets shot. Duncan, now Duncan's going to be high up. If I had to put him anywhere, he's going to be very high up here. I think if there would be another 100%, it would be Duncan, but I think I'm actually going to just put him at the very top of 90, just due to the fact I think he'd be good at all of them, even the lights out game, but I don't think he'd be able to beat Izzy in the end, and that's really what matters. DJ, he's too nice for the Squid Games. I think he'd survive red light, green light, but when it gets to the point where he's having to kill other people, which I think he would do, tug of war, but marbles is where I think he's done. He'll refuse to play the other person no matter who it is, and they'll get him shot, even though he'll still make it fairly far. So I'll put him at 40%, because if he puts the morality behind him, I think he's got a good chance. All right, then we've got Courtney, another tough competitor. Should be good at red light, green light, tug of war, marbles, honeycombs, and glass stepping stones. That puts her up here, especially pre-island Courtney as well. Action Courtney would definitely get her around here, and I think she gets into 80% or low 90. I'll put her at high 80. Cody, I think he just loses at tug of war. For the first challenges, I think he manages, but tug of war is where he loses, so I'll put him at 20%. Alejandro, probably going to be our last really high placing competitor. I think he's going to have to go up there with the rest of them, and now I'm thinking about it, has a higher chance than I think Duncan of beating Izzy. So I'm actually going to put him in 100%, but below Izzy. Because if it was to be a 1v1, I think that Izzy's more unpredictable, is more likely to best Alejandro. But these two would most likely be the final two. Alright, Beth. She's not awful. She'd survive the first two games, but again, once it gets to tug of war, I believe she's gone. So I'm going to put her in the same kind of area as Cody, as I think they have that in common. Bridget? Okay. Bridget is decent. I don't think she's got a brilliant chance. She is clumsy. I think she does make it past red light, green light, and I think she does make it fairly far, especially if she has Jeff in marbles, as I think that Jeff would sacrifice himself for her. I don't think she got a great shot, but I'll put her in 60% with Harold. Then finally, we have Eva. Now, Eva would be good at pretty much all the games except for the honeycomb. I think that if she survived honeycomb, her chances would be actually very good. But I don't think she does survive honeycomb, just because she gets too impatient and she destroys her cookie. And so I'll put her in a 30% chance, because if she does survive honeycomb, I think there's a good upside that she does go on to make it to the end. Okay, this is my ranking of where I think, well, how likely I think Total Drama characters would be to survive the Squid Games. I'll just thank you all so much for watching. If you appreciated the video and you liked it, I would really appreciate a like and a subscribe. See you all next time, and I'll now list out the order. In 100%, we've got Izzy and Alejandro. 90% consists of Duncan and Lashana. 80% has all the girls in Courtney, Heather, and Gwen. 70% is solely Trent. 60% has Harold and Bridget, the Bass. 50% has Sierra on her own. 40% has Noah and DJ. 30% has Jeff and Eva. 20% consists of Justin, Cody, and Beth. 10% has only got Owen, and 0% has Tyler, Lindsay, Katie, Sadie, and Ezekiel. Okay, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.